on those shades and wave to yesterday. The sunlight hurts my eyes. Put on those shades and wave to yesterday. The sunlight hurts my eyes.
Okay, so after that superheating session in the fire, the timer ring is now free. It's really loose now. It's got rid of all the dust and dirt and debris that was keeping it, well, locking it in place. And also, this is loose, the whole lot of this section. Although you can't see it because the pins are locking it, it is loose. Okay, so the idea is to use the Dopp Z92 NF as sort of a guide to get the pins drilled out of the Z92, so we don't go too far in. We know like how far to drill down, so we don't have to ruin any of the fuse that we don't have to use, which keeps it in better condition. So we're going to be using the pillar drill over there for stability, and we're going to have it in a vise just to keep it tight and firm down so we can easily drill it out accurately and safely. And yeah, as you can now see, we're now in the workshop. So What's up YouTube? Now today I've got my Dopp Z92 fuse that I'm going to take apart as best I can. Still got the wooden block for it as you've just seen. I think I'm going to keep that and leave the fuse in it because it makes a nice effect to it and it makes it a nice ornament as such. I'll probably leave it on my desk like that. So I'll probably keep that. Now onto the fuse. Now you can probably see by looking at that side is pretty badly hit. It's more flat than the other sides. If I zoom in you can tell there that it's been hit. So obviously that means that the top screw centre is now oval shaped rather than rounded, so it won't come undone. So there was no point in trying to get that undone because it would just ruin the fuse. But I have managed to get the timer ring pretty loose and this ring unscrews. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew it. In the Dopp Z92 NF there was a section around here. You can see it if you look onto there. If you look carefully around here you can see the rim, and that bit comes out of it. If I just show you. There you go, that bit comes out as you can see, and then you're left with the 6 gas holes in the bottom of it, and that's just a cover to make it burn slower around the timer ring. On this one it's not coming out, I've tried to get it out and it just won't, so I'm going to leave it in. And if you look into there, as the camera focuses, there you go. If you look there you can see the original steel screws, and these still come out as you saw in the video of me taking it apart when we were in the workshop. They come out, so that's a nice effect to have them back in. Only 2 of them came out, so we had to drill the others out, which destroyed them, but 2's better than none in my opinion. So yeah, so that's that bit. And the timer ring is in really good condition. Goes from 1 to 28 seconds, and on the 92 NF it goes from 2 to 42. So there's a pretty big difference in time wise, but they are both exactly the same size and shape and everything, there's just times are different. So that shows that this was a much slower, a much faster burner even. So it was for shells that would break in mid-air mainly, so it wouldn't have been high explosive shells that burrowed in. It would have been shells that broke in the air and released loads of shrapnel. So as you can see from the top, this is what the top should look like from the Z92 NF. It should unscrew like that and have the slot down there for the pin, but obviously it's no longer circular, so we couldn't get that out. If you look at it like that as well, you can see that it's clearly not straight, it's sitting slanted, as if you put the Z92 next to it. You can see it's going that way and the Z92 is going up. So it's a shame that it's damaged, otherwise I would have took it all apart. I would quite like to get it all apart, but as you know it's not always possible. But in the top of it, if you get that undone, this would be in the top underneath just there, and that has a little section that unscrews out of it. So it would have been like that, and that would have been right underneath the nose cap, so it would have gone sort of like that inside it as such. And then underneath this would have been this screw section, so this would have screwed in underneath it, and that's got holes that all lead into the centre. You can just see through them there, and they lead into this main centre hole where the charge would have been burning its way through. And then underneath that you would have this section, which then again slows down the burning process, and this is directly after the timing mechanism, so it would have been just a tiny bit slower than 28 seconds, the 28 there, and then it would have gone through the hole in the bottom of it and then set the shell off. So that would have been the last section that the charge would have burnt through. before firing. But yeah, as you can see, the Z92 NF and the Z92 are really similar. The only difference is the shape. They both have exactly the same insides and pretty much the same gas holes, same other holes, and same manufacture process. It's just the outside shape that's different, and the Z92 is more sought after. I don't really know why. I think it's just because it's different shape and there weren't really many of them compared to the Z92 NF fired. So that's the rarer fuse. But this is also quite a nice add-on to have in the collection, really. Well, that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for watching.